Hey everyone, it's been a whole week. Wow, we sure missed the Hangouts. I'm Andrew Morgan in San Marcos, Texas. This is the Total Takeover Hangout. Today we have open forum and we have gone to Fridays only so that we can concentrate our value into one episode or one show for you. And today we're going to have some interesting topics. Over to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Andrew. Again, we like to have this completely changed to like an open forum Friday so that, because, all of us are busy now building during the week. And, we want to make sure that we're all able to focus on the things that we need to do to build our business, that we have, everyone, whatever their techniques are, whatever their strategies are, that we can turn around and share those here on Friday afternoons. So I guess we'll kind of kick it off a little bit with what we've done throughout the week. I know myself, I've kind of gone in a different direction of marketing, more so self-branding, more of a self-branding and offering a little bit more value out there. We always talked about we attract people by offering a lot of value. So what I decided to do this week is I decided to start promoting myself and adding a huge value where I was giving away for free, absolutely free, 3 of my top producing traffic things that I use, okay? To produce, that gives me 500 to 1,000 plus clicks a day, converting at 25 to 40% opt-ins, that kind of thing. So that's huge. Okay, I mean I've never found traffic resources that actually were this high converting before, and where I found those was on Fiverr. So the thing you have to do though, like everybody says, oh, Fiverr, I know all about Fiverr. Well, everybody knows about Fiverr, but what a lot of people don't know is how to search it and find the right gigs. It took me a long time to find these. And, I was debating whether to give them away for free or not, but you know what? Because they're working for me and because I see a lot of people struggling out there, I decided to give away that for free, okay? That information, okay? The sources aren't free, but the resources are. I mean, you could spend days in Fiverr trying to find the right gigs. I found them. It took me months to find them, but I found them. Okay, and tested them over and over again, and every time I was getting the same results. So this is just one thing that I'm doing. If you have a very good source that is helping you with converting opt-ins, whatever it may be, this might be something you might want to start sharing to start building your list bigger. Because ever since I started doing that, my list has almost tripled in size. Okay? And I'm doing that promotion on all the places that I promote on my 90-day plan. All the places like, I've mentioned Hercules and I've mentioned Fiverr. You want the other stuff? Well, that's a different story. We're not going to talk about that today. But, we give a lot of good value out here, but we're not giving away the farm, okay? We'll give away a couple of sheep, but we're not giving away the farm, okay? At least not for free. It's not happening. You wanna do that, you need to get back to the person that invited you to this particular hangout and get involved, and then you'll get the other stuff for free once you join that particular person, whoever that might be, okay? We're going to provide as much value as we can on these things here. Sometimes we're going to ruffle feathers because sometimes there's going to be other leaders that don't like what we'll have to say on here. Okay? And, that's just a little bit too bad because we're here to help people in any which way we possibly can, get themselves further success in their life. So let's go across the panel. Dr. Michael, welcome back to the panel. It's been a while since you've been on. Let's get your thoughts on what you've done this past week and what you're doing to drive your team.
Well, I'm applying to my daily routine what I usually do. I do make sales because to get yourself educated to spend the money on educating yourself, you need to earn money, and there are various forms of doing it. I do it through my list. I do it through selling products because I have my offline business as well. And what I do is I import things from different parts of the world, and first in smaller quantities, and once I see products work, I sell them. And I have products that usually range in the product range between $1 and $5 in purchasing abroad, and applying the things that I have learned over the years, that it is an easy business today to actually make money, because you have eBay, you've got all those great tools available, you've got those lists, you've got desktop lightning, and when you have products, it could be software, it could be a true product, it could be anything, from a toothbrush to lightener, and you can always make, I would say, a minimum of 40 to 60% on profit on those little small items. I'm talking about small items that are daily use, And what I do is I promote them, I purchase them, I get them delivered to me, I pay my import duty, and then I promote them, and I use the techniques, I use my lists that I'm building. I've got on Total Takeover, for example, I've built myself a few capture pages. Some of them have really nothing to do with what we do on Total Takeover, but that's why Total Takeover has been built, to allow us really to use technology for our benefit. And that's what I'm doing. I mean, not everything at the moment in pre-launch is as good as I would like it to be in Total Takeover, but I take advantage of what I have. And knowing my way around on the internet and being a developer by myself, some tools are very, 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 very good to me to apply to, and some of them I have got better versions. Still, it doesn't matter, because it enhances my knowledge of making money. And for me, making money is not just sitting on the internet and selling software. It's also, as I said, it's the import-export business that I'm also doing, and I'm involved in for years. I'm into financials. As you probably know, I'm dealing also in gold, small bars of 1 gram, which we sell as business cards. So there's a lot of things that I have combined thanks to Total Takeover technology that allows me to do it. In the last week, after Eastern, I was pretty busy setting those things up, and the start of the week was just excellent to me. I mean, I think I've made over 100 sales, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, TTO.
And that's exactly it. When TTO came out, they completely and explicitly has said on the site that this site is basically your marketing hub. It can be used as a main program or as a back end to a main program, and that's what we have. We've got the opportunity for you to create capture pages and build your business. This is what it's all about. This is why we keep telling everybody that if you're going to do business on the internet, you want to be smart about how you do it. Utilize whatever it is that you have. Like Total Takeover has a way for making capture pages for promoting other businesses. So if you do have other little businesses or bigger businesses, whatever it is on the side, utilize the fact that you can end up making multiple sales. It's actually a sales funnel, so to speak. Okay. Whereas you build a capture page to bring people into one business, and then you funnel them into Total Takeover, right? So this is kind of the direction I've gone in with me and my team. What we're doing is we're creating immediate income on the front end, and then the long-term income on the back end, which is Total Takeover.
Absolutely.
It's all part of the funnel that I've built. And that our team is kind of doing.
On the techniques, Carl, we have those like Aweber is one of the main principles. Even in the profile, we've got our Aweber list. And if you use Aweber and if you haven't learned about it, you should better do this, because everybody that signs up on TTO for you goes also into your Aweber list. And if you use the Aweber tools, you can funnel them from one list to the other. And that person that you have captured, maybe thanks to TTO, but he maybe is not interested. He stays in pre-enrollee all this time, but he is in your list, and you can now provide them with other things. I mean, I think I've made about 10 or 12 sales of products that I sell from people that run through my Total Takeover capture page. And they had nothing to do with Total Takeover except that they signed up and looked at things, but they had said, oh, no, it's not for me. But since they have been built on my Aweber list, and the tools when you upgrade as a life changer explains you what to do, and all the videos that Aweber provides you, it's a little cost attached. It's $30 extra a month, but my gosh, it's worthwhile doing this.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, I've done the same thing. I think I've made 20 sales into my other businesses that I've got running from that list. You know, a lot of them didn't want to get involved in Total Takeover for whatever reason is. So, but they're still on my list. They're still in my AWeber. And I use my broadcasting through AWeber to send out broadcasts, to send broadcast messages saying, hey, you know, I see you haven't done this so much, you know, you haven't upgraded or anything in Total Takeover. Maybe it's not for you. This might be, though, however, you know, take a look at this, blah, blah, blah. And these are the kind of things that I send out in my broadcast letters with AWeber from, you know, to the leads that I bring in with TTO. They're your leads. They're not
Absolutely.
TTOs. They're your leads.
No,
So you can
and,
do
and,
what you
T-
want.
and Total Takeover wants us to do that. That's why they've built it into our own profile. It's not we can only just promote TTO. No, that would be a false thinking. For some people it's the business. For some people, as you said, it's a backup business. But for me, it's a very nice adaptation to make my own business grow even stronger. And all I can say is it's worthwhile to me, that $90. I mean, I've got no challenge with that $90 at all. To me, it's really something that allows me to give to my people the chance to actually educate themselves. If they in the end want to do it, that's up to them. I know that I want to do it, and I recommend it to my friends as well. So.
Yeah, you know what? And we talk about list building all the time. I don't know what happened to Janet, but you know, Janet's a big list builder. You know, you're a big list builder, and you know, I'm starting to list build. So it's something that's really, really, really important to do, and this is why we talk about getting an AWeber account. You know, people should not say, "Oh, do I have to get?" It should just, you know what? It's a business expense. It's an absolute tool that you need in any business you're in. No one should ever question getting an autoresponder. Anyways, let's go across the board. Let's go over to Joan. Joan, let's get your intake before we go over to Andrew.
Well, I have to say that since I've been in TTO, I have connected with people that have helped me grow to the point where I never thought that I would get to this point. And having Carl as a mentor has been amazing. And what I'm learning from Andrew and from Dr. Michael and anyone that's on this hangout has helped me so much. And I feel that people that don't take advantage of getting on this hangout, they're really missing out on a lot. For example, what I've learned from Carl that I never really realized before is the importance of branding you. I've always been a company person, and the companies that I'm involved with, I've been promoting the company. That is not the way to build a business online. You have to brand yourself. And Carl has taught me how to do that. And I'm working it, I'm utilizing his suggestions, and it's given me a whole new perspective on what network marketing is all about. You cannot really move forward in network marketing if you're loyal and television to one opportunity or one company. You'll never grow outside of that. You'll never develop into having a presence online that's valuable to other people. And that's what I feel is really, really important. So this is what I've done, and I've dug my heels in. I'm not just talking to other people about what I'm doing. I'm sharing online through traffic exchanges, through other ways to broaden myself. And the reason I'm doing this is that when I started 25 years ago in network marketing, the only two really countries that had a presence was Canada and the United States. And sometimes it took a while for Canada to be part of what, you know, companies that were in the United States were doing. That has completely changed. We're now a global company. We touch every country in the world. So if we're just promoting in the little scope that we're in, like, for example, Canada or the United States, and we're not broadening out, look at what we're missing. So we need to have a global presence online to be successful. And this is what I'm all about now. I'm training and coaching others to do the same because a lot of people don't understand how the online market works anymore. They don't even understand network marketing to the fullest extent that they should. That's why it's valuable to be on these hangouts, to broaden your mind, to be able to understand just what we have here and what you can do to grow your business through all of the suggestions that come to the table on these hangouts. It's not just to promote Total Takeover. These hangouts are to promote you as a person, as an entity that can make money online by getting involved in other things that help you to have a greater presence online. And I'm just absolutely blown away by what I've learned in the last few months being on these hangouts, because everybody has added such value. They've added so much to our availability to gain knowledge and understanding about what we need to do to be a successful network marketer online. And it just keeps getting better and better all the time. And I thank everybody on this hangout for everything they contribute. It's just been an amazing source of information and growth for me.
Awesome, thanks, Joan. It's a pleasure working with you, and you know what, I do agree. I mean, everybody that's come on to this hangout here has contributed dramatically to even in my personal growth in the last year as well. You know, because you get bits and pieces of knowledge from everybody. I mean, Dr. Michael and I, you know, we haven't worked together in, I don't know, 10 years. You know, and all of a sudden he comes back on here and he starts sharing some knowledge that I didn't know about and starts getting me tapped into things. Same thing with Andrew. I mean, Andrew and I have never met. You know, we've only met in the last year or so. And, you know, I've grown to learn a lot of stuff from Andrew, you know, with his thought patterns, his thinking, and the same thing with you, Joan. So let's go over to Andrew. Andrew, you know, let's get your take on what the week's been like and, you know, see if there's any callers.
Actually, as far as callers, you know, I guess we're not supposed to have it because I tried to call in and the system is not working. I dialed the number and it just sat there dead. And then I tried testing it and dialing my cell phone and it sat there dead until I hung up, and then all of a sudden I had a message. So you know what? I'll check that out later. We don't really have to do that right now anyway. You know, what I've been doing this week is seems to be everything but my marketing. I have family, I have kids in private school, and we're looking at actually changing private schools. My son's a little football star, and we need a little bit better program than the one we chose. So I've been doing just about everything. But however, I've had my ear to the ground, and you know, there's in my primary business, of which of course you know that I don't mention to anybody on the internet. I keep my primary business private, and the only people that get privy to what that is are people from the internet, or people I've introduced to marketing success education and then use it. So somebody that scoffs at marketing success education and will not use it, they're not qualified to know what my primary business is. And so that's that in a nutshell. Now my primary business, we've much like what happened with Val and the former manifestation, how this one came about. There's the same thing going on over there. It's kind of eerie. It's kind of weird that happened twice, and I'm now involved, you know, with two groups of people that have gone through that same kind of transformation. So I see something happening in the ethers. I detect something happening in the industry as a whole, and I'm not quite sure exactly where that's going, but I know something that's good is coming. Because of that kind of manifestation that takes place, you know, in my two most favorite groups almost simultaneously. That can't be coincidence. There's just too many coincidences for it to be coincidence. So I have personally on my side of the fence here, I have been rebuilding my list building methods and techniques. Also by third-party systems that I'm using to build my 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 new list building techniques, and so I'm liking what's happening. I'm liking my third party tools. They're awesome. Just like Carl's talking about, I'm able to actually make some chump change by building my list for free and teach other people how to build their list for free and get paid doing it as well. So whenever we can build a targeted list for free and get paid in doing it, then that creates a synergistic effect, and it's different than what it used to be. So I come to the table with 34 years of marketing experience and an avid student of the network marketing industry. And like Joan mentioned, Carl mentioned some mindsets that I have. I hold to dearly because they are time true. But then there's other things as far as methods and systems that I used to hang on to and thought that I could resurrect them. But the reality is the market's changing and technology is changing. So to be successful on the planet today, one is people need to get on the internet, and two is to stay abreast of the cutting edge technologies. We're here on a hangout. This is awesome stuff. Did you know that this conversation that we're having right now doesn't end when this hangout's over here in 5 minutes or so? This conversation does not end. We're just now starting it, and the video is just the front end of the conversation using this technology. The Google Hangout and the whole Google YouTube Hangout platform and the search platform, the search engine that goes with it, is like pretty cool stuff because it allows us to market in a completely different way that we've never had access to before. Any Google Hangout you do on air creates a video. That video sits there in three places: on Google Plus, on the Google Hangouts, and on YouTube, and anywhere else you put the video link or embed the video. So that conversation gets multiplied and is continuing and ongoing. I like that. So we're learning some things. Val brings this out. This is one thing I like about Total Takeover, and what Val talks about. Used to be, we would seek out a guru and follow that guru. But if you'll listen to the audio and the interview that Val does with Jack Zufelt and the interview he does with Larry Wingate, you will come to realize that in today's market, it takes a whole panel of leaders with vision in order to lead people with dreams, because the things are so diverse, and we need a large input and camaraderie with people who are forward moving. So that's one thing I like about Total Takeover is we have access to a lot of different opinions, methods, and technologies, and is on cutting edge. So there's a lot of things that have been initially mounted in the Total Takeover education that are seem like, to some of us, seem like elementary. It's because it's elementary. We're bringing people aboard the system that have just gotten on the internet, and they're just now starting to learn how to use one of these. So for people that have just now started learning how to use one of these, the education we have back there is priceless. There's other people that have things like that, but the thing is that with Total Takeover, we have the association that goes with it, and we're not perfect. We're just awesome and better. The association of people who agree to disagree, the association of people who agree to find something to agree on, and unplug things and plug new things in, and not let it stagnate, and continue on with a dedication to the company. You know what a company is? It's a group of people. We're a group of people that are forward moving, and we care about other people. What I've been doing this week is putting together a new list building system, and I'm liking what's happening. I'm enjoying my results. I have Carl to thank for a lot of that, because there's some of the traffic that I have went and purchased for peanuts is like creating lots of hits in my Total Takeover back office, but I'm sharing that traffic with 5 other people in my team. and to look at the amount of hits that I'm getting, and then people getting onto my AWeber like we're talking about, that's pretty cool stuff. I've kind of shied away from traffic in the past because I like the old school idea of creating organic search engine results. In other words, building a website, the content's correct, the meta tags are correct, and then allowing the search engines to find me by talking about my website in different places. And once a spider crawls your website, it comes back when you have fresh content. And as you're having fresh content, the spider likes that. The spider keeps coming back and raises you in your search engine ranking for particular search terms that are in your content. And to do that, you create organic traffic, and you can generate, if you have data capture, you can create organic leads. I like organic leads. They seem to be a higher quality than anything else. But this traffic that Carl has introduced me to, that has allowed me to get a boost, an oomph, a little extra kick into a brand new site that hasn't had time to have organic search ranking results. So, there's cutting edge technologies at play here. It's not perfect. We're all learning, and I implore you to become involved because I'm getting paid to learn. I'm my best customer. Dr. Michael talked about the $89 a month is peanuts for me to pour into myself education. So that is different than my business. The $89 a month has nothing to do with me being a marketer with Total Takeover in my mindset. It has to do with me being a customer and consuming the product regardless of what anything else happens. So I implore you to come aboard and do the same thing. Be your own best customer. And then whether you collect marketers, customers, active marketers in your downline rapidly or slowly, doesn't matter. Everybody's different. Just be part of the show and don't let go and see what happens and grow. Joan's talking about just the association here in the Hangouts. That's an added bonus that you get being associated with Takeover. It's priceless, really. It's only $89 a month to have the product, but the real value is priceless. And we have a hard time doing these Hangouts without going into selling the company and selling the product. We tried to have Hangouts before and talk intelligently about methods and do some training and things, but somehow invariably we end up talking about what we like about Total Takeover and selling the company a product. So my apologies for doing that. I can't help myself. I just love Total Takeover, and I love the people involved. No matter what happens, we've had great conversations. We have good camaraderie going on. We end up having a little tiffs every now and then, a little bit of disagreements, and we stick with it. We work through them, and that's what real relationships are about. If you're not having little uncomfortable conversations with people that you're associated with, you're not being real. So I implore you to come along and be real with the rest of us. That's all I've got for now, Carl.
Well, that's a lot, man. I mean, you said a lot, and you're absolutely right. We've had these, but that's to me that's team building. When you have these little controversial conversations and stuff like that. That's all about team building. We're adding a lot of value here. So I just want to ask the panel, Joan and Dr. Michael, is there anything you want to add to what Andrew had to say?
Well, I have to agree with Andrew 100%. Carl is a sweetie, but we do have our little set tunes. And you know what? That's what makes you grow. And if you're always going to be complacent and everything is going along just fine and you never have any ripples, you never have any sort of talks where you find out that maybe you need to change, maybe you need to address things to help you grow to another level. If you don't have that, you're not growing, you're stagnating. And that's what a lot of people are doing in internet marketing and doing online. Because they won't get involved in trainings, because they don't want to expand, they just want to be in their own little world. They're really, instead of being internet marketers, they're internet introverts. They do not want to move forward. They don't want to learn. They don't want to grow. That's why you see so many people that would rather watch a video than they would read anything online, because they want to be entertained. They don't want to think. And when you stop thinking, you mentally die. It's as simple as that.
Well, I'm not sure it's exactly that, but it is a lot to do with that. I think a lot of it has to do with people don't want confrontation. Okay, they don't want to have any confrontation with anybody. They don't want to have to go out and have to be referring people, because when they have to go out and refer, guess what? They end up with confrontation. So they want to be independent. Okay, and that's why you see a lot of affiliate marketers, more affiliate marketers out there than network marketers. Okay, because affiliate marketers are able to work independently on their own, not having to worry about building organizations, because again, you know, with building an organization comes responsibility, and a lot of people are just not good at that. Okay, and I have to give them the benefit of the doubt, because, you know, even when I first started out, I wasn't that good at it. I was very nervous about building a downline, and then when I got people signed up, I got all excited about referring somebody to a program, and then when I started referring more and more, they all started coming to me, and then that's when the pressure came on. And that's when people aren't used to handling that, and I get it. Okay? So that's why we have things like this, like these Hangouts. You know, those of us that have learned and grown in the industry and learned to be leaders and trainers and motivators and whatever you want to call us, we're okay if people come to us. That's why we do what we do here. But the majority of people, okay, this is what I've just come to. You know, it's been a long time. I've just come to that realization just by talking with so many people lately, even yourself, Joan. You know, where you felt like you were scrambled all over the place, and then trying to get you back in, and then you know, when you're going out and you're working with people, and then they're coming in, they're asking questions, you're not sure what direction to send them in. There's a lot of people, even myself, even Dr. Michael and Andrew. You know, sometimes we're going to get hit with questions. I get hit with them every day from my downline that I don't have the answer for. You know, so I go out and I research it, and I try and find it for them. Okay, and this is what's going to take you from where you are right now to a leadership status. Okay.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, let me quickly come in. Yeah, I would love to, because it's all about leadership status. And please, just let's rewind here for a second why we started to become involved with the Total Takeover. Because we are already leaders. We believe we are in our own mind, everybody else. And at least those that are constantly on the Hangout, on the panel, that contribute towards to a company or to an organization. So what really is our desire? What is our desire to achieve with Total Takeover? It's, of course, education, but it's to become a much better leader, to actually be part of a group that has a success story to tell in the future. And we are not even in full launch yet. And to me, that's what makes me understand why people have to have their mind changes to not being afraid about confrontation, and not being afraid about when you build something that there is no way I have ever seen or experienced in any of the business that I've done that the ideas and the original plans that you decide that you want to do will be exactly done as you decided that should be done to make it happen. There's always things that change, and if people are afraid about confrontation, then they are not leaders. As simple as that. They have to learn that in every building process, in all of them, there will be arguments about something doesn't go the right thing, something goes wrong, or something you didn't expect it, something you haven't thought about it. So you have to sit together with different minds, with different leaders, and you will find out that not always everybody leads things from the same hymn sheet, because they have a different experience. They think what you're thinking is rubbish, the other think it's brilliant, and that's part of the team build. And this is why I like our team so much, because we have that ability to communicate. We have talents with over 30 years like Andrew and myself in network marketing. This is something that makes us grow. We learn from it, but we also have to educate. Why is Carl Halvertson here? Why is Joan here? Why is Andrew here? Why is Dr. Michael in Total Takeover? We want to become a much better leader as we have been before, and we want to have the ability to benefit from the success that we provide and give to you and the company brings to us, so that as a combined team we have the experience to say, yes, I have made $1 million with that company. That's what we all want, to be honest, because if not, I mean, it's not for the few $100s that I'm making here. It's not why I'm here. I have a vision, and everybody that wants to have success, he needs to have a vision in his future. It's up to each of them to learn how to visualize those visions, but without the vision to be successful, you never become successful. And to me, my vision for Total Takeover is very clearly, I want to be helpful to the owners. I want to become an integral part, if possible, as a leader to support my area of the world in Europe, a support that will say, hey, those guys from Total Takeover International, they're incredible. They are there for me. And I'm sure we can achieve that. Now, for me, it's the time where the leaders worldwide come together and unify as that team, not just the team on the Hangout. There will be more areas that we will be covering. And before we even go into full launch, I'm sure we have a clear direction as leaders orientated by the company how to go over the next months to come. I think that's what we'll be experiencing. And I invite everybody that is listening to this Hangout to consider this. You want to be part of an organization with an explosional start and growth to start with, and now building the foundation to stay here for a long time. This is a moment. You're still in early, much earlier than those that will come 2 years later. And since our compensation plan, since the way it's structured, in 2 years you become a millionaire. If you stick to the things, if you have the strengths, the balls, and the guts to discuss things that you don't like, that you can stand up for yourself, and that you are not afraid that maybe Carl or myself are in disagreement with you, or Andrew or Joanne. That's part of building that thing together. And I know that the company is looking to achieve that, and that's at least the feeling that I've gotten so far from all the leaders, from the company owners, the responses that I'm getting. Also, I'm aware we still have many things to do, but together I'm pretty sure that together with all the help of Joanne, Carl, Andrew, myself, Walter, Janet, all the others in the team all around the world, Kiko in the Philippines, Tracy, everybody, we've got a strong team of more than 400 leaders right now willing to unite and make this happening. And if you want to be on board, these are the times that you should come in. Every Friday we have those hangouts, and you can participate with those leaders. That's us. If you want to be a leader, you just let us know, and we put you on the spot. You have all the rights to disqualify yourself. We don't need to do that. Okay? With that, I want to pass on the microphone and pass it back to you, Carl.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Dr. Michael. Great points. Okay. You know, we have, in my opinion, we have probably one of the best comp plans that I've seen probably in the last 10 years. Okay. As Dr. Michael said, we are still in pre-launch. So, they're still building the program. There's still stuff that needs to be put into the program here. They officially don't have to have all of that in place until the launch date of May 1st. And, in the meantime, all of us are here on this Hangout. We're developing our own little strategy training centers that we help and we provide information to everybody with to help them build their TTO business. They do not have to be in any particular downline to do that, okay? Where they are, they're already registered and in place. That's where you build from, okay? There's no one leader that's better than another leader, okay? Or no one position that's better than any other position. It's like, this is how I look at it, okay? Because I've had a lot of people go, oh, my sponsor's not doing anything. I wish I could be with you. You know what? That's not the point. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you purchase a store on Main Street. Okay, but it's far west on Main Street that has maybe the least amount of traffic. Okay, and this is where your store is. And then all of a sudden there happens to be a vacancy right in the middle of the hub, but you would have to start all over again if you moved there, even though that's where the traffic is. Does it make sense to leave everything that you developed there to go over here and start all over again and still have to build a clientele? Or is it smarter for you to figure out how to draw all those people from the center over to you? Okay? See, that's what I like to do. I don't like to be in the center of attention. Okay? Believe it or not. Even though I come in here and I host these things here, I don't like to be the center of attention for an entire company or something. I like to draw the attention over to me. I don't like to have to be thrown in the middle of something. I don't know if that makes sense to you. But it doesn't make sense to be in one position that you've worked so hard to build to move to another place and start all over again if you still don't know what the hell you're doing. It makes more sense to utilize the training center like Total Takeover has. You go in and you utilize what's there. You utilize what other leaders are doing, like Dr. Michael, myself, Andrew, Joan, Tracy, Janet, all these other people. You don't move there. You just go to school there, learn their stuff, and then go back home and implement it. Does that make sense? That's all I do. You know, this past week, I spent over, I think, probably about $150 on 4 different courses, okay, that I went and took to learn some techniques from different people on the internet, and all these techniques were just different techniques of marketing strategies. You know, I'm not one who's scared to spend money to educate myself, because when I have that education, I can be very dangerous when I implement it. And, you know, with what I've learned in the last couple of days, I'm going to say about 3 days, because that's some 3-4 days, what I've learned here, I'm already starting to implement now, which will probably double or triple my database in TTO and all my other businesses. But I went out and I took the time to go and learn this stuff. If you talk to any successful marketer online today, they will tell you that there is no easy button. So if you're looking for that, forget about it. They don't exist. Okay? Now, Total Takeover provides a lot of information, especially in those interviews. Okay? And I know many people that are in this business right now that haven't even listened to them. And that's a shame. It really is. Okay? I listen to them at least once a day. You know, there's 5 of them in there right now. I've probably listened to them all 10 times already. Okay? And the reason I do that is because it gets the mind juices flowing. Okay? It gets me going, because I pick up on something every time. You know, maybe I didn't pick up on it the last time, or maybe I heard it but didn't implement it. And then I get reminded. And then I go out and I do these courses, and I take these courses and I implement them. I take my notes and everything, or video shots, or whatever it is I need to do, and I learn this stuff. You know, anybody who knows me, anybody out there who knows me and has ever recruited me into any business knows that I've never, ever quit on them. Never. I never complain. I never quit. Why? Because that sends me backwards when I do that. I go backwards in time. I'm all about moving forward. I don't care about the past. The past is the past. You know? There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, you know, I've lost 6 figures on the internet. Do I care about that? No. Why? Because that's gone already. Money can be made again. I'm just trying to put things in perspective for people, okay? I didn't want to go this route here today, but I think I need to, okay? So I'm just going to just talk a little bit about where you need to have your mindset, okay? Forget about all the crap that happened to you in the past. What happened to you in the past can't be fixed. You can't go back and redo, okay? What you can do is you can go forward and make sure you don't make the same mistakes as you made in the past. Now, what were those mistakes? Was it giving up after 30 days and trying something new? That's a mistake in my mind. That doesn't fix anything. Okay? What you need to do, if you've been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 programs in the last couple of years, what I want you to think about today is why? Why have you been in 5 different programs? And if you haven't made any money in them and only lost money, why did that happen? See, this is what I go back and analyze, just like Dr. Michael does, just like Andrew does, and just like Joan is learning to do. You got to go back and analyze what you did wrong to make that happen. Why did you not lose? Or why did you not make money? You know, I think in my entire career, let me just say in the last 10 years, okay, the last 10 years, let's use that, 10 to 15 years, there's been one program only that I've never made money in. Only one. And the reason is because I neglected to do what I was told to do. That's what happened. So when you have the kind of support, and you've got serious support in this company, let me tell you, okay? None of us here on this panel would be here today if we didn't care about your success for tomorrow. It's that simple, okay? I have people in my downline, in my total takeover downline, I got 4 people that I know of that are making more money than I am. 4, okay? That are making more money than I am in total takeover. So it's not about being at the top. It's not about any of that. What it's about is what you are prepared to do to create that. And see, this is why I do the things that I do. This is why this week I went on a different direction that's proven to be an absolute explosive change. Because I now think more about the success of others than I've ever thought before. Okay? I've always put people before me. My wife gives me hell about that all the time. But I've done a bit of a change now that is actually really pissing off a lot of other marketers in this industry because of what I'm doing. And I'm actually starting to see more and more marketers do that. Okay? You know, there's a good friend of mine, Billy. Joan knows about him. He's a guy that has actually started doing the same thing I'm doing. He actually started it before me. He actually gave me the idea. And ever since I started implementing his processes, my database started to build. I started to make more daily sales. Okay? All because we start to put people, I'm not going to say before us or ahead of us, but we're providing the value that they actually need to be successful. Okay? I don't know how many of you listening here today or even on the panel, when you first started off in the industry or whatever, even in the last few years, where you've had a lot of companies come out and promise you the world. We've got the best comp plan in the world. We've got the best product in the world. All of that stuff. Okay? But the one thing they neglect to show you is how you make money with it. Okay? That's the one thing that every company every company that I've been in, okay, have shown you. Even Total Takeover, okay, they don't come out right out front and show you exactly what to do. It's all within their training. So if you neglect to take the training, then you neglect to learn how to do the process. Okay? It's the same thing with me. You know, I turned around, like I said, I started giving away 3 of my most high converting gigs that I use on Fiverr. Andrew started to use it, he started to see it. But if you don't follow the rest of the process and learn what to do with all that traffic you drive, okay, we're not going to give away the farm, everybody. Okay? That's why you don't get all the real juicy stuff for free, because it's valuable. If you give it away for free, you take the value away. Okay? My traffic resources, I had to really think about giving that away for free. I could have easily made a $5 PDF and said, this is where you go. And I could have cashed in on that. But I didn't. But I've given that out, and people are going to get a lot of traffic from this. What they do with that traffic, that's the key. Because I get conversions, and my conversions are opt-ins, and my opt-ins turn into sales. Okay? I know, because I get sales every day from it. You got to learn what to do. We teach that in Total Takeover. I teach that through my 90-day action plan. Dr. Michael teaches that through his plan. Andrew teaches that through his plan. All of that is taught, but at a price. And if you think you're going to get all of that real good information for free, it's not going to happen. Somebody would have to be on their deathbed and say, you know what, I got 5 minutes to live, here, have at her, here it is. That's the only way you're really going to get it, if that even happens. Okay? And I'm being dead serious here. That I've shown Joan how to tap into things. I've shown Joanne Brownlee how to tap into things. I've shown many of my team how to tap into things, and they've tapped into it. But it comes at a price. Just like anybody who's listening to this today, doesn't matter what team you're in, okay, you can come here and get this information. You can actually get access to my 90-day plan just by giving me your username and who your sponsor is. I need to verify that you're actually in here, because I will not give my stuff for free. You will have had to pay somebody $89.95 to get that. It doesn't have to be me. Anybody. If you paid the company $89.95, you can give me your ID and who your sponsor is. I'll verify it and I'll give you my stuff for free. You got it. Otherwise, there's a cost for everything. Real value, real good products have value. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Anybody else want to add to that?
You're doing good, Carl. You're on a roll.
Yeah, sure.
You know what? This is just a prime example of what everybody has contributed today that makes this hangout invaluable. If you really want to expand your business, if you want to grow, if you want to become a part of what we do, just signing up and paying $89.95 is not going to get you there. You've got to get involved in a system. You've got to quit directing blows at the air, because that's mainly why people don't succeed online. So when you've got leaders that are willing to put their efforts forward to help you to move in the direction of making serious money online, take advantage of it. Get involved in TTO. Go to the people that have invited you to this hangout, or when they see it and you have directed them to it, go back, sign up, get involved, and then start building properly so that you can make some money. All the tools are here. Everything is here at your disposal. All we need is your commitment that you want to move forward and build a business and prosper online. That's all you need to do. It's that easy. But it won't happen if you don't take action.
Well said, well said. Well, let me just sum it up also from my part here, just a quickie, I hope you don't mind. When you go into the business, in any business, on networking or internet, everywhere, you have to have an attitude that you do not care what your sponsor does. You really care what you do for yourself. See, people asked me when I joined TTO, oh, you've got a great sponsor. And I said, I don't care. I'm good by myself. I want to do it for myself. If my sponsor does something a part of it, thank you very much. Not so bad, but I'm better than my sponsor, you know, as simple as that. This is the attitude that you need to be successful. And TTO is not here. And please remember yourself. TTO and the leaders are not here to teach you. TTO is here that you teach yourself. That's what TTO is all about. Okay? And if you don't get that attitude, that change of attitude, you will not make it with TTO and you will not make it anywhere, because this is the excellence of experience that have been combined over 25, 30 years of network marketing, and over the past, I would say 20 years since we have web pages, and be able to make network marketing in a total schedule. You have to understand that network marketing does not depend on your sponsor. Your sponsor is just a tool that gets you there and gets you the chance to be involved. But it's up to you to decide to make it happen. And you can make it happen with that attitude. If you wait that somebody comes and shovels in the information when you maybe have some time, you will find out that the sponsor will just forget about you because you don't have the right attitude, as Joan says. If you're committed for yourself, you will do it. So that's what I just wanted to add on, and then goodbye for my part.
Awesome, thanks, Dr. Michael. You know, you've heard me talk many times on here about Shark's Tank or Dragon's Den. Dr. Michael, I'm not sure if you're familiar. They're North American shows of millionaires and billionaires.
Yes.
Who.
Yes,
okay, so you're familiar with it.
Yes.
Okay, so you know, if you were to talk to Kevin O'Leary or Mark Cuban or I can't even think of all the names offhand of all these that are on either the Shark's Tank or Dragon's Den. These are millionaire and billionaire people that are looking to invest in, first of all, people who have passion for marketing something. Okay? So they can come to the show and they can bring their invention or their product or service or whatever it is, and they get a one-time chance to pitch these guys and gals for an investment to go for the future. Well, you know what? Think of Total Takeover as the TTO Shark Tank. Okay? You're coming here to pitch yourself to see if you're good enough to work here.
Yeah, to stand the heat, yeah.
To stand the heat, okay? Now, it's the same thing in any business. You know, when you're going there, you actually have to pitch yourself to those people, because this is what happens, and this is why so many people fail, okay? And I'm going to give you this scenario. This is why I have a fairly good success rate with leaders that on my team versus, versus not having, okay? And here's kind of what I do. When I have people come to me and they fill out my page and all this kind of stuff, I connect with them and I want to know why they filled out the page. You know, I want to find out what drove them here. So they've got to sell themselves to me. This is why the majority of people don't succeed, because they go and they just sign up someplace. They don't even know who their sponsor is. They sign up, they throw down their money, and then they wait 30 days to see what happens. I hate to say it, but that's what normally happens. There are some of those that come in here and literally really want to learn how to do this, but don't have the proper guidance or anything from anybody. They need to be shown. That's why we do this. Okay? Come to us. We'll show you a process you need to do. If you follow the process and you stay at it repetitively day after day, you'll make money. Guaranteed you'll make money. Okay? But you got to follow the process. I have a very, very small percentage of people in my organization that actually follow that process. And I'm talking every day. They start off every day, then it dribbles off to every couple of days, then it dribbles off to, once a week, and then if they're here long enough, once a month, and then after 2 months they're gone. Okay? We've all seen that. That's the weeding system. Okay? But it's a self-weeding system. We don't have to do anything. It's just, it's all done by state of mind, right? People literally get themselves involved in a unbelievable, life-changing situation, and then after a couple of weeks, throw it away. Okay? People are doing that every single day. You know what it's like? It's like buying a winning lottery ticket and then waiting a month and then losing the ticket. Okay? That happens all the time, believe it or not. People lose lottery tickets all the time that have won. But it's all because they go and they buy a ticket, they go to the store and they buy a lottery ticket, and then they throw it in their purse or their wallet, and they don't bother checking the numbers, and the next thing you know, the ticket gets thrown out by accident. And that's that. It's the same thing with business. If you're going to get involved in it, you spent $89.95. Worst case scenario, just get your money back. Okay? Work enough to get your money back and then quit if you want to. But I'm not endorsing quitting, because quitting doesn't get you anywhere. And so many people quit. I shake my head. It's like even my personal downline. I've had people say, "Oh, I can't do this anymore." Why? Why can't you do it anymore? Because I'm not getting anywhere. Why aren't you getting anywhere? Well, I don't know what to do. Well, I told you what to do. I even got on the phone with you and I walked you through what to do. You see, it's a state of mind. They allow themselves to walk away from success. Anything you want to add to that, Dr. Michael?
Yeah, you're absolutely true. I mean, I've been for many years like you on the internet and on network marketing and all, and it's really a mindset game. That's all it is. And to me, it's a mathematical formula, and I call it the harmony of life. And for me, it's 51% of the world is positive and 49% is negative. And if you take 51 minus 49, it stays on 2. And only 2% of the people that are actually on the internet that want to do something will actually make it. That's how I feel it. And it doesn't matter if you from any country. It's just that human behavior that we like to excuse ourselves, and we love to talk about, even on those hangouts, we love to talk about the mistakes people do. Just tell them, hey, if you don't follow, you just don't make it. I think that's the best attitude to do, because people ask me, Dr. Michael, can you help me to do this and this? And I say, yes, I can help you. I can help you. Please send me over $500 and I will do it for you. You know what I achieve? That out of 10 people that are asking me, 9 will turn around and the other 1 will pay me. That means I work less, I make more money, I'm more efficient, and the time wasters, or as we call them even in TTO, the tire kickers, I sort them out by sending them my bank account number. As simple as it is. That's what I do. I mean, I'm helpful and I help people, but when it comes to make major tasks for somebody and without even saying please, I say, yes, of course I will help you. This is my account number. Please send me my funds. I'm a professional. You don't expect an attorney or the dentist or a doctor to work on you without paying them because he's got a professional job. I'm as well. So that's how I react, and I get rid of those time wasters, and I make it very clear to them, hey, I can do what you want me to do, but pay me for my efforts. And that's part of the education process that I think we have to pass on TTO. We are not here to educate those newcomers. We are here really to make them understand that even newcomers following the guidelines given by TTO can actually become a very successful superstar. That's really what it is. But for those of us that are here for a long time, I think we should make clear, you are not here to be helped by Carl or by Dr. Michael. You're here to be told that you get all the help from Carl or from Michael or from Andrew or from Joanne if you are committed, if you are behind us, not us behind you. That is where the breakup comes. If our people that sign up with us are, Dr. Michael, can you do this and can you do this? Yeah, we can, up to a certain level. And if you then tell them, yeah, I can do this, but pay me $500 or $200 or $100, and then they never talk to you again, then you know that those guys are not willing to be investing into themselves because they don't expect the professional support that you provide to them. This is, I teach the leaders in my group, I always teach them, the man or the woman that works for nothing is never short of a job. So you have to find that harmony between and get those people that really take advantage of your knowledge and say, hey, I hope you not mind if I send you an invoice. It's just $50 or it's just $200. If somebody wants you to write a summary project, I charge them $20,000. You know, I'm an international business consultant. That's what I am. So I just wanted to bring this in. We in leaders in TTO, we have to understand that we are there for them if they are willing to put up for themselves. And if they are then coming with intelligent questions and not abusing our knowledge, or if they want to abuse our knowledge, please pay us, because we are professionals, we don't want to waste our time.
There you go. You know, I want to share a couple of statistics, okay? There's approximately 400 million network marketers online, okay? Now, people say, and you hear this all the time, you know what, it's almost impossible to make money online. Everybody says that, right? And it's because of, again, that attitude. So 400 million marketers, roughly, are online today. Online, I don't know how many offline, but online, okay, trying to create an income. Out of that, approximately 5% are successful repetitively. So that's 20 million people are making money every month on the internet. Okay? Here's another stat. I was in a training yesterday on a different training style to drive traffic. Last year, in affiliate marketing, okay, which is not much different from what network marketing is, $78 billion was sold in products and services. $78 billion, okay? Out of that $78 billion, 68% of it was created by affiliates. Imagine how many millionaires were made last year alone, okay? These are stats that you guys need to take seriously, and in there, Dr. Michael's a mathematician. He knows what I'm talking about here. That the actual percentage of success with you in this industry is not 5%. Okay? It's in the 60+% range. For those of you that actually won't allow that crap inside your head and allow you to go forward. There's billions of dollars on the table every single day in this world for each and every one of you listening to this to tap into. It's all a matter of whether you want to tap into it or not. Everybody says, oh, I'd love to have a piece of the pie. It's right there. It's right there. The silver platter is right here. Okay? It's just a matter of whether you want to eat off it or not. So that's where I'm going to leave it at today. I don't know if there's anybody else who wants to make any closing statements before we head out. If not, we'll go over to Andrew. Okay, over to you, bud.
There are two kinds of people. One type of person constantly says, what's the least I can do and get by? What's the smallest amount I can do and make it? And then there are this kind of people that you're listening to today. And we're the kind of people that say, what else can I do? What next can I do and succeed even more than moments ago? The choice is yours. You can make the decision of which side of the fence you want to be on. Do you want to be on the 49% or the 51%? There's a fine line there. And we make these decisions daily. For those of us who decide to be in the 52% range, we make our decision every day. It's an entrepreneurial spirit, and that's what it's about. With that, that's a wrap. Get back with the person who invited you to this hangout and get your total takeover education process started. And then if you would like to be a marketer and enjoy the awesome compensation plan that was mentioned earlier, all you have to do to activate your marketing arm of your own total takeover education is invite your first customer. Boom, you're activated as a marketer. And then it's up from there. I suggest that you get involved and hit it real hard. Do everything that you must do in order to get your total takeover self-funding. Then, once it's self-funding, you don't have to worry about it. It funds itself. And you can enjoy studying the information that's already there and enjoy looking forward to the new information that continually comes out. In that process, if you teach that process, then how hard is it to find 4 people who want it as bad as you? Because all you need is 4 people for it to be self-funding and actually be in profit. Shouldn't be that hard out of all the millions of people that log onto the internet for the first time, or hundreds, tens of thousands who log on the internet for the first time every day. And out of those tens of thousands, there's many thousand looking for make money. That's why they're getting on the internet, to make money. It shouldn't be a hard deal for you to find 4 people out of all the people on this planet that want more out of life to make your total takeover education self-funding. And if you taught the same, you wouldn't have to drive lots and lots of traffic. But you can drive lots of traffic when you learn how, and you can make extra money. So anyway, get back with the person who invited you to this hangout and get your total takeover going. Remember, it takes leaders with vision to lead people with dreams. We're here every Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye for now. Oh, subscribe to our channel. Have a great day.